A football match showcases two teams competing to win the game. There's those mad goals. There's those assists that slash through the defense. The number 10s that give us moments of magic. There's saves that put strikers on notice. And tackles from defenders that inspire new attacks from the team. What's special about a football game in a stadium is the sound and energy and overall atmosphere that comes with it. Spectators add a unique energy to a football game, either elevating the morale of their home team and or doing the opposite for the away team, attempting to sack them out. Generally, the football fans in the crowd will provide some indication of what's happening in the game based on their reactions and overall body language. This is the power of acoustics in football stadiums.
Creator Waves, now loading.
Footballers spend hours and hours dedicating themselves to their craft, and fans in the stadium get to see the end result of that through their performances. There's an emotional connection formed between the two. The fans of a home team in a football stadium outnumber their away team fans, and so are able to generate more noise, with the acoustics within the stadium taking this to another level. But you also can't forget the away team fans that provide a supportive presence for the away team. This can also be taken advantage of by the away fans if the away team score and or are in position to win the game, or maybe they've just equalized. When Thierry Henry scored his amazing solo goal against Inter Milan at the San Siro back in 2003, accelerating from the halfway line and then teasing Javier Zanetti by slowing down and then speeding back up and slotting the ball in the bottom right corner of the goal with his left foot. His greatness left the Inter Milan fans pretty much silent in the Champions League group stage game.
I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
That's not going to bother Arsenal because they've got Thierry Henry on the ball and Zanetti trying to catch up with him. Henry steps inside, Pires is there. Henry will have to do it alone. Sensational goal from Thierry Henry!
When this happened, the Arsenal fans were able to take over the San Siro in that moment, celebrating and screaming, taking full advantage of the acoustics. This is typically what the Inter Milan fans would be able to take advantage of due to their strength in numbers within the San Siro. You can say the same thing about the Juve fans when Ronaldo scored his iconic header against Sampdoria, when he basically turned into Michael Jordan, leaping in the air and heading the ball in the top corner.
From Alexandro, and what about that? From Cristiano Ronaldo!
Outside of the two teams battling it out, during a football match in a stadium, there's also a battle happening between the home and away team fans to see who can dominate the atmosphere. Arteta understood the power of the "You'll Never Walk Alone" chants sung by Liverpool fans and played these chants to players at the training ground to prepare the players for an upcoming game at Anfield.
Mentally, we start to play the game now, okay? We are at Anfield. Let's go!
He did this to make them comfortable with the atmosphere that comes with them playing at Anfield Stadium, where away team players can get sucked in to the "You'll Never Walk Alone" chants and lose focus on the actual game. Some credit needs to go to the architects that were able to design the construction of the stadium, in particular the acoustics, the foundation of the atmosphere that helps to elevate the sound generated by the Liverpool fans. Arsenal went on to lose the game 4-0, but I still think that Arteta had the right idea of getting players used to the atmosphere of Anfield during training. Acoustics within a stadium helps to define the DNA of the experience of the stadium by designing the construction and indirectly co-designing the atmosphere of the stadium along with fans. There's certain football stadiums that over the years have provided incredible atmospheres for football matches. One of the most iconic moments in the new camp where the atmosphere was electric was when Ronaldinho scored his incredible debut goal for Barcelona back in 2003 against Sevilla, collecting the ball from his own half, going past two players and firing a shot outside the box into the top corner. With Barcelona having a poor season prior to that season for their own standards, finishing 6th in La Liga in the 02-03 season and not qualifying for the Champions League, that goal gave the Barca fans some hope that there was indeed a light at the end of the tunnel for the club. Even if you weren't at the game live, there's a certain feeling and energy that you get when you hear the Barca fans scream and celebrate at the top of their lungs. Ronaldinho scored this incredible goal at 1:30 a.m. and the uproar from the fans caused a mini earthquake in the city of Barcelona. The city shook, and in that moment, the acoustic design of the new camp elevated the sound of the celebrations from the Barca fans in the crowd. The kickoff for the game was 12:05 a.m., which is a late time for a football game to start. But it was planned by the Barcelona president Laporta, who wanted Ronaldinho to make his Barcelona home debut before he flew off to Brazil to play for the national team during the international week break. In the end, the strategy worked. This was Ronaldinho's first goal for Barcelona and was named the goal of the season for the 03-04 season in La Liga, and Barcelona finished second, 5 points behind Valencia, who won the league. So the new camp is currently in construction, and it's reported that there will be a return of the stadium at a 50% capacity for the 2024-25 season, and the aim will be for the full capacity of the stadium to be available by the end of 2025. This is roughly what the new stadium design will look like, the Spotify Nou Camp Stadium. When it comes to football stadiums, part of the architect's job is that they get the most out of the crowd's noise, sound, and energy through the construction design. Most of Europe's football stadiums have partial roofs, and this helps reflect the sound back to the crowd, which is why reflective surfaces are important. As sound loses its energy when it travels, the key is to keep the venue as intimate as possible. An alternative to amplifying the sound is by using materials like wood and metal, which increase the echo and ultimately the sound of the crowd. The development of football stadiums involves different architects that are assigned to work on the stadium at different stages of its development and journey. KS5 Group were the architects that worked on expanding the main stand of Liverpool's Anfield and increasing the ground's capacity from 45,276 to 55,000. The project took place between 2014 and 2016. Sandy Brown was brought in to provide acoustic design strategy and specifications to maintain the Anfield roar. The same Anfield roar that Arteta was trying to prepare his team for during training. The Sandy Brown team understood that the atmosphere in the stadium was as important to the players as it is to the fans. And because of this, it was mandatory that there was a healthy balance of crowd noise on the terraces and reflection of crowd noise onto the pitch. The design of the roof was a key feature affecting this. The team built a 3D model of the stadium so that they could compare the sound and level difference between the existing stand and proposed development when the stand was fully complete. This allowed them to calculate the change in the noise level generated by fans, and the model also showed how the shape of the roof would reflect the increased crowd noise onto the pitch and the area surrounding the terraces. The goal was to make sure that the stadium's atmosphere created a feeling of excitement for the players and spectators, but also strengthening the noise breakout and performance of the sound system when used in a measured emergencies, such as intelligibility when communicating key messages and announcements to the public, and voice alarm systems. So a healthy balance was required because even though sound absorption helps speech intelligibility, which is how clearly a person's speech is received, it also reduces crowd noise because sound absorption treatments on the roof of the stand would reduce reflections of the roof, reducing the echoing and noise buildup, which would take away from the iconic Anfield atmosphere. The owl bait was constructed for the 2022 FIFA World Cup and was constructed with acoustics being at the heart of it. The design was tent inspired, where the noise and chants of the fans were able to be held inside in a controlled way. Dar Al Handasa were the architects that designed the stadium and made sure they tested and protected the noise level in the stadium so it wouldn't be too harsh for the people in the stadium. The owl bait hosted 9 matches in the 2022 World Cup, including the quarterfinals between England and France and the semi-finals between France and Morocco. The key was equipping the stadium walls with plenty of reflecting surfaces, and with these surfaces being made up of materials that provided optimum reflection of sound along with strength and durability. When it comes to acoustics, architects put themselves in the shoes of the sports team's fans by designing construction of the stadium, thinking about how to complement the sound and energy that sports fans generate. When home fans take advantage of this construction during games, during their singing and chanting, there's now a connection between architects and the fans of the sports team. When there's a memorable moment or an experience from the game, like an iconic goal, this leaves the stadium and enters the world of pop culture, inspiring discussions about the iconic moment and is mixed within the melting pot of all things pop culture. The acoustics is the glue forming a connection between the stadium and sports fans and the crowd, who are able to witness the impact of the sound that they are generating, which also strengthens the interactions between the sports fans and the players on the pitch. When a goal is scored, this moment has the potential to enter the world of pop culture. Pretty much every iconic goal in football was elevated by the atmosphere created by the crowd of football fans reacting to the goal. Like Zidane versus Bayer Leverkusen during the 2002 Champions League final at the Hampton Park Stadium, striking the ball that was high up in the air by Roberto Carlos. Most players would have attempted to control the ball first, but Zidane elegantly connected with the ball, volleying the ball with his left foot whilst wearing Predators, and the ball glided through the air into the top corner.
Into the penalty area towards Zidane! Oh, fantastic! Fantastic!
Ronaldo's overhead kick versus Juventus at the Allianz Stadium during the quarterfinals of the Champions League in 2018 was an opportunity that he pretty much created, retrieving the ball in the box, keeping the ball moving, and inspiring a new attack. As he made his way into the center of the penalty box, it took great awareness and great positioning to anticipate the height of the ball and go for an overhead kick. The type of goal that inspired not only the Real Madrid away fans, but also the home Juve fans to also celebrate and applaud Ronaldo's efforts.
De la Champions.
Messi's goal versus Getafe during the 2007 Copa del Rey semi-finals at the Nou Camp Stadium, a goal that was a preview of what was to come of Messi's greatness.
Messi. Oh, brilliant skill from Lionel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
And with the fans' reaction and energy, you could tell that they were amazed. Acoustics plays a key role in the overall experience of a football game, and it's the foundation of the atmosphere that is created in a football stadium, complementing the sound and noise generated by the fans. So next time you watch a football match, whether live from the comfort of your own home or at a sports bar or wherever, give some appreciation to the acoustics within the stadium, and remember that acoustic design in stadiums play a key role in the magical moments that we see in football.